Okay, this should be better. This should be way better. Sorry about that. Okay. I think this should be okay now, right? My day's been doing fine, Sparks. Is everything okay now? Karthik, Helios, anybody? Is Milcery corrected? I think what it was doing is I think it was feeding my okay. I think it was feeding my Switch into my microphone. You probably weren't able to even hear me. Hey, thank you for the follow order, Funk. I haven't even done anything yet. Excellent. Yep, we got some Kingdom Hearts music to play today. Hopefully that's not banned. I actually have no idea. Some of that music stuff I don't know how well that works. I also don't know Kingdom Hearts music very well, but with Sora being released in Smash, it's kind of cool. It's Zip. Zip. Let's see here. Who are you on Showdown? Zip. Zip. I don't see you. Zip. I can't tell. Oh, bless you, Zip. Oh, okay. Gotcha. You're number 3 on the ladder right now? That's excellent. All right. Well, let's go ahead and get into things. So, mostly what I'm testing now is going to be some future attack mechanics. So, I need to grab myself an Aegislash. I probably should have set this up a little bit in advance rather than doing it live, but it'll be fine. We can do it live. Yep. Did any of you guys have the chance to... That's weird. Am I not online? I'm not online, that's why. Okay. Yeah, it's more future sight stuff. It's kind of interesting, actually, what I'm looking at. I'm going to be looking at a really weird mechanic. This only comes up with hacking. Okay, finally it connected. All right, there we go. All right, so I need to grab myself an Aegislash. So we're actually gonna be. This is easiest to do just by just hacking them on. I'm gonna grab an Aegislash. All right, Aegislash. There we go. All right, box 12. This will be fine. All right, I'm gonna give this thing Nasty Plot and Steel Beam. Or not Steel Beam, but Doom Desire. It's the same thing. Okay. I'm gonna show off a few things with this. I need to grab myself a Mew or something that can just be defensive and take hits. Must be okay, but let's see if I can. I thought I had a Mewtwo somewhere in here. I don't know, I'm thinking of a specific Mewtwo, but... yeah, because I want it to be a neutral hit, just so it's a little bit more apparent. What am I thinking of? Where my Mewtwo is at? Mewtwo... I probably need to search for it. Actually, you know what? I'm just going to do that. There we go. That's my Mewtwo I wanted. I wanted this Mewtwo, because I like this Mewtwo. This Mewtwo is cool. Alright. I'm actually just going to make this Aegislash level 50 real quick. Box 27. Okay. So this is an ordinary Aegislash otherwise. It doesn't have like it's an ordinary Aegislash other than what I've just hacked onto it. Let me make sure I have battle animations off first. So I think I turned it. Yeah, I want these off. A Lolowak in Series 11. I don't think it saw any play in Series 8, did it? Probably not terrible, honestly. Because it walls Zacian, doesn't it? And that's a nice thing to have. I didn't even think that Marowak. Yeah, it just walls it straight up. That's kind of handy to have. Anyway, so what I'm gonna be showcasing here, first of all, Yeah, a low whack is good. It's good into a real boom as well, I'm assuming. But probably it's just like I don't know how you'd use it. To use it with Trick Room. If you use it with Trick Room, then a Moose is just going to spore you. You have to have some extra counterplay to that. I don't know what your restricted is with Marowak, I guess. I guess that's probably my trick that I don't know. So I'm going to go ahead. I forgot to give this thing King Shield, but that's okay. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use Doom Desire here into this Mewtwo. Oh, I love this one. Alright, I also need to grab my stats here. Okay. Page Slash has 4 special attack. Yeah, it's Kingdom Hearts. I'm just pulling a random thing I found on YouTube, some compilation of boss battle themes. Right now we're listening to Unbreakable Chains. Alright, so this Mewtwo has 217 special defense. This Aegis Slash is level 50 with 161 special attack. Yep. Doom Desire is the steel type equivalent of Future Sight. It also has a little bit more base power. It's a Jirachi exclusive move, but it works exactly the same as Future Sight. So I figured I'd just use that. So if I stay in here and I do nothing else with my Aegis Slash, yeah, it's also special. That's the thing to keep in mind. For the longest time I thought it was a physical attack, but it's not. So I'm gonna here use Sleep Talk again. I'll just use Sleep Talk again. Now I've used Doom Desire on myself, so this will hit my Mewtwo. I need to make sure I pay attention to how much HP it has. I think it was at 350. Yep, 350. 350 down to 281. 350 down to 281. So it did 69 damage. Very nice. Which is a nice expected range as well. You can see this here. I also post as well the Aegis Slash Shield Doom Desire calc. Just so we can have these as a reference later. So now I'm going to go ahead and heal my Mewtwo back to full. Doom Desire again. It is a cool name, like Doom Desire. And then it's like its text is like, Aegis Slash shows Doom Desire as its destiny. You know, it's pretty epic. All right, so here I use Doom Desire with my Aegis Slash, and now I'm gonna switch out. I'm gonna switch out into my Oranguru. Now, so I've switched out Oranguru. Or I switched out to Oranguru. And I'm gonna heal Mewtwo again back. And so you can see now, Aegis Slash has switched to shield form. So Aegis Slash is now in shield form, and it has much less special attack. But, as we will see... Alright, round... Okay, good. I'm at 353. 353 minus 292. 353 minus 292 is 61. So I'm still dealing damage with my blade form Aegis Slash here. That was blade form damage. Even though right now I'm in shield form, that was still blade form damage. So that's one thing to keep in mind. I'm going to go ahead and switch out now. Back into Aegis Slash. I'm going to go ahead and heal. And I'm going to use Doom Desire on Mewtwo. But now what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch Aegis Slash out and back in. No, it's not when it's used. It's not when it's used. It's, You might think that, but it's not when it's used. Because if I have my Aegislash here now, and now let's go ahead and switch out my Aegislash back into Oranguru, and I'm going to switch it back in. So that'll switch it back to shield form. Because I forgot to give it King Shield, but... So now I'm going to go ahead and Hyper Potion again, and switch Oranguru back to Aegislash. And now it's going to do damage, and I predict that it's going to do shield form Doom Desire damage. So I'm at 353. 353 minus 325, yep, is at 28. And so 28 is within the range for shield form Aegislash. So it seems to, basically what it's doing is it's checking to see if the Pokemon is on the field. If the Pokemon is currently on the field, then it will use that special attack, but otherwise, yeah. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to use Doom Desire. And then I'm going to boost my special attack after the fact. So I'm going to use Nasty Plot. So now I'll go ahead and I'll heal on Mewtwo again. And I'm going to use Nasty Plot. So I'm going to use Nasty Plot after the fact. Now I will just use Potion, I guess. And I'm also going to Lapid Berry my Doom Desire DP. Okay. Alright. Just so I have some more later. So I'm at 350 now. 350 minus 223, so that clearly did way more damage than normal. So that did 127 damage. And I won't post the calc here because it's not really necessary, but 127 is a damage roll for +2 blade form damage. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to use Doom Desire and then switch. So does it take into account these boosts or not? So I'm going to use this. Then I will use Doom Desire. So the question is, does it keep the +2 special attack or not? I don't know about this one. It's not really obvious to me which one it'll be. So I'm gonna go ahead and heal. $350 down to 286. 350 down to 286. That was 64 damage, so that fell into the standard range of, like, it dealt damage based on Aegislash Blade. It based damage based on Blade form, but it was not boosted by the +2 special attack, which is about what I would expect to happen. So it's not boosting that. That makes sense to me. Now I guess the question would be to test with King Shield. Or would be, we were boosted when we hit, no, because we tested before and after that. Yeah, so I do think I need, yeah, I think I might need, I'm trying to think if there's anything else I can do with this. I think that covers most of those situations at least. I'm going to go ahead and reset the game. Go back into it. get connected to the internet again. Even though I'm not actually battling anybody, for my tool to work, that allows me to mess with Pokemon on the fly. I need to use this. Ooh, I love this one, this theme. Alright, what's this one? Isn't this one, yeah, Dark Impetus. Or Dark Impetus, I guess. This one's good. Got a violin. Yeah, I mean, it really is. I mean, this is pretty technical. Bless you, Zips. So don't like feel bad for not being able to follow along. This is pretty tricky. Okay, so box 27. I also want to grab my Mewtwo as well. I'm gonna give it Power Split. So I'm going to look at this guy. I want to give him King Shield. I'm going to give this guy Power Split. Alright. Yeah, if you stick around, I'm actually going to show something. I'll show something funny off as well. Yeah, I'll show something funny off. Alright, so I've got these two things. Is there anything else I want to grab alongside that one in here? Yeah, I might as well show Power Split off. Oh, wait, that's what I'm doing here. So, this will be good. Okay. So, yeah, I'm just going to do it. Do I want to save? Yeah, I might as well save. How many of you guys picked up your shiny Zacian or shiny Zamazenta code today? I got mine from GameStop. Hopped over there, went to the said hello. The guy was working there had a 25-year Pokemon shirt on, and so I'm like, oh, hopefully he's a big Pokemon fan. But he was not as equipped as I was hoping. Anyway, so I'm going to go ahead and use. Let's see here. I'm going to do Doom Desire, and I'm going to go ahead and just kill this Milcery. Can pick up the Zacian tomorrow. Okay, I got Doom Desire. So now I'm going to do Nasty Plot. Then I'll do King Shield. So I'm expecting this to do +2 shield form damage. Alright, so this should be. $350 down to $296. I did 54. 54 is an impossible damage roll with Blade form H-Slash, but it lines up perfectly with Shield form +2, so that makes sense to me. That's pretty consistent. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and switch, actually. This music is so cool. Okay, I'm gonna switch back into H-Slash. I'll just heal back to full. Okay. Alright, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch. I'm going to use Doom Desire. Sleep Talk. So in using Power Split here, you actually might be familiar with this if you know how Guard Split works. With like Guard Split Chansey stuff. So when you use Guard Split, you're averaging the defense and special defense, and it's like a more permanent adjustment. Like the raw defense stat, like basically your summary screen, like this defense stat is the thing getting changed. So I'm curious if I do with Power Split here. So now I'm going to go ahead and use Power Split onto my Aegislash. So this is going to increase Aegislash's special attack by some amount. I actually don't know how much. I don't care how much either. I'm just right now checking to see if it does that. So it's the average of something or other. And so let's see how much it does. Let's see here. So we did 353. 353 minus 248. That's 105 damage, which would normally be well out of range. Remember that our max damage roll is 70, so that's pretty consistent. Power Trick would behave this exact same way as Power Split, so I don't need to explicitly test it. Although I could have tested, for example, I could have tested Power Trick instead of using Power Split. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to Doom Desire, heal back to full, and then I'm going to switch. And so we already saw that when Aegislash switches out from Blade to Shield form, it keeps the Blade form special attack. And so it also should keep the Power Split special attack. So it should keep that extra special attack. That should be pretty cool. So I can go ahead and switch now, right? Because I've got a Doom Desire active, right? Yep. Okay. I'll go ahead and switch. And I will heal off my bit of damage. No damage taken, so I can just double snore. I guess I might as well Lepa my, because I've got a free turn, I'll Lepa the Aegislash's Doom Desire back to full. Okay. Alright, so 353 down to 230 again. 353 down to 230. 123, which is out of range for normal Blade form Doom Desire. So that confirms all that. Like I said, no big surprises there. So, okay. Another thing that was recommended to be tested was Transform. So I guess I can try Transform next. So I understand how Power Split works. So see how this works with Transform. So Transform also copies the special attack, but I'd be a little bit surprised if it actually copied it for this purpose. We'll see though. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hack Aegislash to have Transform. So I will bring some box. I will give it Transform. While I am at it, I probably can test another thing as well. One of them is Magic Powder. So I'll go ahead and I will give it, actually I can just give it Soak. That'll work just fine. Soak. Okay, we know that one already. transform. Yeah, okay. We'll try these two for start off. It wouldn't be Kingdom Hearts music without pianos. Got a regular Cynthia up in here. Okay, so now what I'll do is I'll use Doom Desire. Yes, I do. So you can check those out, youtube.com/DaWoblefet. Usually I put them up about a day or so afterwards. Just depends on when I get to it. Now I'm using Doom Desire. Okay. And now I'm going to transform into Mewtwo. Thank you for joining. I appreciate it. Now every day you see an Aegislash transform into a Mewtwo. Alright, I'm going to stay in. See what it does for the damage here. This actually should be possible with like just regular Mew. Like, as I'm sure you can teach at Future Sight. Okay. 353 down to 249, so that did way more. 353 down to 249. 104. I'm just gonna actually pull that up. This is gonna be kind of weird because it's gonna have Mewtwo's level 150 special attack. Or it's gonna be using its level, but Mewtwo's level 100 special attack. So that's kind of awkward, but that's what, 407? 407. Let me just bump this up. Oh, I can't even hit that high. Well, it's doing more damage than it was before as Aegislash, so I'm going to assume that's the correct roll. So I'm going to go ahead and switch Aegislash out. So I'm assuming it is copying that. So let's go ahead and heal this guy back to full. Right, and then I will switch back to Aegislash. I'll do the same thing, but I'll switch out. Fainting, by the way, I've already tested this with fainting off stream, but this works the exact same way with fainting. I guess I can show one example of it later, but not right now. So I'll do Doom Desire. It seems like switch. It's the same idea, no matter what. So now I'll do Doom Desire, then Transform, then Switch. Doom Desire. Transform. Thank you for the follow, Lord Cephalif. Salif? Salif. Thank you for the follow, Quiver Dancer. We got 2 follows in a row. That's impressive. Hope you guys are enjoying the content of me just using Future Sight. Or, no, I guess not Future Sight. This is, properly speaking, Doom Desire. Evian 7. Wow, I'm getting lots of follows. Y'all like me or something? I think you're really following because of the Kingdom Hearts music. That's what I would do. This is actually some banger stuff. I think some of the other playlists I was listening to was just like old Kingdom Hearts music. Let's see, 350. Okay. All right, 350 down to 284. 350 down to 284. That did 66. So that was a That was a blade form Doom Desire. I told Evian to raid me. Thank you. How are you doing, Evian? Hope all's well for you. Thank you for the raid. So that was with transform. So it looks like when you switch out, it doesn't keep that. So it's still using Aegislash's blade form, but it doesn't keep transform stats when it switches out, which makes some sense to me. So we know how transform works now. So let's go ahead and try it with soak next. And we'll go ahead and heal this guy back to full. Right, so I'm going to go ahead and Doom Desire. Then I will Sleep Talk. Okay. And now I will Snore. Actually, I'm going to Lepa again. Just to put my PP a little bit back higher. I will Side Soak. Okay. Alright, now that it's soaked, I can just kill some turns. So this is water type, so it should not have stab. $353 down to 312. 41 damage. 41 damage is consistent with no stab, so that's pretty normal there. Howdy, Aldricon. Oh, you made a Cap 1v1 tour? One second, I can fix that. Let's fix this. And now it's doubles hack bonds. Well, I guess a little bit late. Rip. I got mished. It's over now already. Oh man, I messed up. Okay, I can just use actually. This is actually kind of a cool mechanic. So yeah, I'll actually show this. So Aegislash right now is a water type, but if you use King Shield, then it will actually transform back into a Steel Ghost. No, what's your waking up routine now, Aldrich? Oh, I bet it's making Cap 1v1 tours. 2 Hangmans. And as you can see here, Aegislash is now Steel and Ghost again, because it did a form transformation. So I need to use Doom Desire again. And I'm going to heal once more. No, it does affect Aegislash. And in fact, we already showed that just a little bit earlier that it does affect Aegislash. It's just that when it changes forms, it reverts the typing. So now so you can see here, I am currently Steel Ghost. So I Snore, I Soak. Same thing happens with Mimikyu. Yep, and now it's water type. So we already saw that this removes the stab from Doom Desire. So now I'm water type. So now I'm going to switch out, and I'm going to see if I still remove that stab or not. So I'm going to go ahead and potion back to full. So let's see. What's an interesting fact about obscure game mechanics? Okay, it's 350. 1 second. 350 minus 305. That did 45 damage. That was not stab. Yeah, that was not stab. Interesting. That wasn't stab. When I switched out... Yeah, that was... Wait a minute. Okay, wait 1 second. Yeah, that was blade... yeah, that was blade form non-stab. Huh. Okay, I didn't expect that. I thought I had already tested. I guess not. All right. Evian, what's an interesting fact about obscure game mechanics? Well, if you watched the collaboration I did today with Wolf, you can use Unnerve in Cheek Pouch to make it so you have a Pokemon that is completely invincible. It can't be targeted, and so you can't deal any damage to it. It's a fainted Pokemon with HP. But the downside is that Pokemon also can't take any actions itself. It can't attack, it can't switch, it can't Dynamax, and if you're really unlucky, can't even forfeit. So, yeah, that's a pretty interesting one. So I would highly recommend checking out the collaboration I did with Wolf today if you like mechanic stuff. How are you doing, Nerd now? Hope things are well for you. Are you excited for events to come back? Oh, to be clear, Evian, I did not find the glitch. That was another fellow from Japan named Zagio. Brilliant guy. He basically runs the Japanese equivalent to Bulbapedia. And so he's very well versed in mechanics. And he discovered this the other day. Yeah, events coming back will be super awesome. What regionals do you plan to go to? Nerd of now. I'm probably gonna do Indy. I don't know about Wisconsin though, since it's the next weekend is Internats, so I'd either have to take like 2 weekends off in a row for work, or like take both weekends and then just take the week off in the middle, or do something else. I don't know if I want to do travel. Just Indy. Yeah. I also think about flying down to Florida, but that'd be kind of expensive. Anyway, so that's what Soak does. So we know that now. So that's interesting. I didn't expect that. This didn't behave the way I thought it was going to. So we know. Okay, I'm checking my notes on other stuff that we checked. Yeah, that was, I must have wrong, okay. Ooh, yes, Matthew Ferret. That would be a very fun way of doing this. All right, I don't think I can do anything more with what I've got here. That would be super fun, Matthew Ferret. They actually do that in Yu-Gi-Oh! They call them dual puzzles. And so I don't know what we'd call them in Pokemon, just like mechanics puzzles or something like that. Like, figure out how to win, and then you have, like, a turn to try to win, and you have to see if you can pass it. So I think that could be cool, but the problem with those puzzles is that eventually, like, once you figure them out once, you'd be able to, like, kind of just cheat and figure out what the other answers are. Let's get back into the testing of future attacks. I guess I should qualify that Aldrich Gun. I don't actively play it. I played it back in, like, 2011. So, my experience comes from around that time era. So I don't know how to Pendulum Summon. Oh, yeah, the Zazazaz April Fool's Day hacks were so funny. So funny. I love it when he posts the explanation of them. They're great. The Zazazaz glitch is a fantastic YouTube channel. High quality. Best Gen 1 glitch channel out there. Bar none. Easily the best. So we've tested Soak. I wanted to test next then. So we had Darmanitan with Future Sight. So let's see here. Does Darmanitan actually learn Future Sight? I don't think it does. So let's go ahead and grab an actual Darmanitan. Actually, I don't remember if I have an actual Darmanitan. Oh, yeah, I remember. I thought this was potentially awkward because I don't actually have a real Darmanitan. I need to find one from a previous game because I don't want to hack in the Darmanitan wrong because that could affect the test. So I'm gonna just grab one from a Gen 7 game. Yeah, Zaz knows way more about Gen 1 than anybody else, I think. And that's even with, like, yeah, it's funny, like, we still find Gen 1, like, new, like, not quote new, but, like, we discover new things about the game in Gen 1, even to this day. It's crazy. Alright, let's see here. Did I have a Darmanitan on this game? I do. Okay. Perfect. Okay. And now I have a Darmanitan. I should have a Darmanitan. Oh. I did not go online. No, I am online. What's going on? Oh. I forgot to reconnect. I'd do it. Let's do this. Sorry about the delay here, guys. There we go. Alright, now I have a Darmanitan. From the interaction you found in Gen 5, a paralyzed Tracer Ninja with safety goggles dies to... Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, it'd be like dying to Sticky Barb. Yeah. It dies to Sea of Fire. Because Sea of Fire isn't... I think fire types are immune to Sea of Fire, but how are you going to get your ninja to be fire type? That would be really hard. Yeah, it doesn't block Sea of Fire. It only blocks powder moves, and Sea of Fire isn't a powder move. TPPC. Is that a emoji? I don't know if emojis show up right. They nuked the emote. Well, you've got my emote still. Subscribe. This is the only reason you should. This is the only reason you should subscribe. Is if you want my emote, which is this. Mish. Keep in mind, if you subscribe to me, I will probably not receive any of that money because you have to earn a certain amount in order to actually qualify from it. Hey, Nerve now subscribed. You see my DaWoblefet shaking its no head? That's what you. That's how it's saying. Nope, messed up. But now you can use my Mish emote, which is a worthy trade-off. Anyway, let's actually get to some testing, guys. That's why we're here. All right, so I need to get this Mewtwo. Nature's Madness. Okay, I need to give this Darm. Future Sight. Okay, this should be good. Let me make sure it's level 50. Is its HP even? It is. Good. Wasting $5 for this. Yeah, Hail and Sand are both. Yeah, I guess I should clarify. It does block Sandstorm damage as well. Safety Goggles does. It blocks Storm power moves, and it also blocks weather damage. Let's go ahead and grab these two guys. All right, let's grab these two, put them up front. We'll go ahead and save. So I have my legitimate Darmanitan here. I mean, well, like legitimate in quote marks. It's based on a legitimate Darmanitan. I didn't just hack it in. So I need to load up this Darmanitan as well, and because I think we're done with pages/tests. So I need to look at my Darmanitan. So we're gonna go with 50. And then how much special attack does this Darmanitan have? I do know how Sea of Fire works. What are you talking about? I know how Sea of Fire works. I just explained it. Oh, I see. Gotcha. Sorry, I misread your comment. Narrative now. Thank you for the clarification. Yeah. Why would you say you know it? Did you use Sea of Fire stuff back in the day? So this Darmanitan, I'm also checking its stats. Yeah, it has no EVs. That's what I thought. Okay. So this Darmanitan, a regional with pledges. That's pretty cool. So I'm gonna post a couple calcs here. This is the Darmanitan if it is that guy, and if it's this guy. It's quite a little bit stronger. Still not, anything crazy, but definitely distinguishable damage rolls here. So let's go ahead and head back into it. So I am going to first of all kill this guy. And we'll use Future Sight on Mewtwo. '2018 was a good year. Love 2018. Alright, Future Sight. Alright. So now I'm going to go ahead and use Nature's Madness on my Darmanitan. Never mind. I should have given this Mewtwo no guard, I guess. Alright, go. I guess this would be good to see. So you can see Mewtwo now takes the Future Sight attack. Only deals 5 damage because that activated before my Zen mode. Because Zen mode activates at the end of the turn. So it was a little bit too late for it to actually activate here. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to use Future Sight. Again. I think we'll just heal back to full. On my Mewtwo, not on my Darm. And then I will use Future Sight again. Mewtwo here. Right. Okay, and now what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch Darmanitan out. So I'm going to switch Darm out. So this is kind of like H-Slash. I'm going to be switching it out. And so now my Darmanitan has left the field. And notice that when I switched my Darmanitan out, it has reverted back to its standard mode. So now it has its normal special attack set again. So we're going to see here if it does the increased damage or not. I'm going to anticipate it actually does not. I think it's going to deal full damage, but we'll see. So we're going to be at 353, 350, 350, 350 minus 323. So that dealt 27 damage. So that would only be possible if the Darmanitan was using Zen mode there. So it was using its Zen mode special attack, and it was using Psychic type stab, which makes sense. It's kind of consistent with Soak behavior. Okay, so I got all those tested. Got all these. I think that was... Yeah, I think that mostly covers that, actually. Because I think every other variation of that is covered by what I just tested. I'll kind of show something off that's kind of cool. So if I switch in my Darmanitan here, it switches in as standard mode. ...2011, I did Nationals in 2011. In seniors. Which was fun. 2011, I think 2011 is one of the worst formats. I think 2016 is the worst format I've ever played. And then 2011, I think, is the second worst. I I don't have very fond memories for 2011. So, I'll go ahead and cancel this out. I mean, the general logistics of tournaments were pretty bad. Where does Series 6 fall? Series 6 is terrible because there's 0 tournaments for it. Series 10 was also terrible because there's no tournaments for it. If a format doesn't have any tournaments for it, then it's useless. So, it ranks very low. Conceptually, I liked Series 10. I didn't care much for Series 6, conceptually. Banning Pokemon arbitrarily, especially like using the singles usage stats to ban Pokemon on doubles, like Hippowdon, seems really strange. I didn't quite like that. I don't like banning Pokemon in general. It's just not. It's not great. Yeah, I mean, there was that, but only 8 players got to play that. I didn't get to play that. I had no opportunity. There wasn't a single official tournament that I could play in that used Series 10. So, I mean, obviously I can do like fan-made tournaments, but it's not the same. So let's go ahead and switch it up one more time. So now that I think I've tested everything I want to do with future attacks. So now what I want to see is the interaction of... Actually, I wanted to see critical hits. I did want to see that. So I wanted to see... let's go ahead and grab just some random Pokemon. Here we go. Oh, this Natsu. Not today. That'll work just fine. Let's go ahead and look at this. Look at Natsu. I'm going to give this little chipper bird Super Luck and Scope Lens. Because Super Luck Scope Lens is that 50% crit rate? No, that's not. Yeah, so I also need to give it Focus Energy. So I can give it Focus Energy. I'll also give it... Actually, Scope Lens... Is Scope Lens Focus Energy 100% crit rate? I feel like it is. Yeah, Scope Lens Focus Energy is 100% crit rate. I thought so. So I don't actually need Super Luck for this. So, Laser Focus. Yeah, and Super Luck is only 1. That's right, that's right. Yeah, that makes sense. So we got our Natu now. Level 90. Why did I make it level 99? I guess that's... Yeah, I'd rather make level 100 just to round it off. Just so it's a little bit consistent. Okay, so I want to grab this guy. And then I think that'll be good. I wanted to test to see how crits worked with this. So this actually would be interesting because I actually don't even need to check what the damage is on these, which is handy. Yeah, so I don't even need to be level 100. So it doesn't matter what the damage is because I'm just checking to see if I can get critical hits at all. So I'll go ahead and just kill this guy. And I'll start off by using Laser Focus now. So I'll use Laser Focus before my Future Sight. So I don't know if Laser Focus like matters on the turn you hit or on the turn that it's used. So I'm going to use this now. So now I'll use Sleep Talk. And now I'll use Future Sight. So Laser Focus, as you probably already know, has guaranteed crit rate. So if you use Laser Focus, it's guaranteed to land a critical hit. So now I can just spam this for a little bit. And then I can just check to see if I actually get a critical hit or not. Not very effective. Not a critical hit. So that was not a critical hit there. So let's try this the other way around. So let's go ahead and use Future Sight initially. And then I'll spam Laser Focus. Well, I won't spam it, I guess. So I'll go ahead and use Sleep Talk. And then I will use Sleep Talk this turn, and then use Laser Focus next turn. So Laser Focus. That looks like a crit to me. Yep, that was a crit. Okay. Alright, and now we will try something pretty similar. I'll go ahead and just heal my Mewtwo while I'm at it. So I will use Focus Energy now. So I will use this prior to... Oh, I shouldn't have texted it. I shouldn't have done it like that. Because this doesn't actually tell me anything. Yeah, I'm actually going to switch this out. So I'm going to use this and then switch this out and in. Because this doesn't actually tell me. What I want to do then is I want to use Focus Energy before. Like, I want to use... because Focus Energy will persist no matter what. So, I want to use Future Sight and then use Focus Energy. Because that's the only interesting one. So I'll use Future Sight first. And then I'll use Focus Energy. So now I have 100% crit rate. Because Focus Energy is +2, and then my Scope Lens is +1, so that's +3, and +3 is guaranteed crit rate. Just to show that off. Okay, that was a critical hit as well. So that means you... So that was a guaranteed critical hit. So can you get RNG-based critical hits, though? I don't remember if, like, if you when you go to +3, if it's actually a guarantee or not. Do I have Trick anywhere on my team? I don't think I do. Yeah, I don't. I want to see this again. But this time, I want to remove the Scope Lens and see if I can ever crit, with just a 50% crit rate one. Because I didn't really think that, you know, you could get a critical hit, but apparently you can. Oops. Wrong one. Right. It shouldn't make a difference for Laser Focus. Because that would be, like, even if it did happen to be a critical, like, even if it did happen to roll an RNG one, then you wouldn't know whether or not it was boosted from Scope Lens or not. Does that make sense? So I'll just remove Scope Lens here. I won't make it level 100 because I don't need to. Okay. So now I'll use... Oh, no, I want to kill the... Oh, sorry. So now I'll use Future Sight, then Focus Energy. Because I always thought you couldn't actually crit Focus Energy. I don't know why I've always thought that. Or you couldn't. I've always thought you could never crit Future Sight. But now you just have to wait. See if I can ever 50-50 it. I don't know how you would get typeless Future Sight. Unless you're talking like super old gens. I'm not familiar with how Future Sight works in old gens. Thankfully, we got nice animations off here. In 3 mons, so it goes pretty quick. Okay, that one was a critical hit. So that means RNG-based critical hits definitely are a thing. Which is interesting, but nevertheless, good to know. All right, so that's all that. And so now I kind of want to test somewhat related to how. Yeah, see, that's why I thought that, Nerded Now, but it must be that must be outdated information. It must have changed in some generation at some point. Because yeah, it should be able to land a critical hit. Future Sight in general is so weird. Okay. So now I'm going to test something interesting. I'm going to test something with Beat Up, actually. Object Allen just subscribed. Oh, that was just being... It was just Gen 2 to 4 where it can't land a crit? Gotcha. Aldrich Allen says Mish. I like how it says both first for you, even though you're not both first. You can't both be first. How are you both first? Hashtag both be first. Or something like that. Let's go ahead and... So the last thing I want to test is with Beat Up. And so I can test this with Aegislash, I think, just fine. So, let's see here. Let's see here. I need a Pokemon that has high attack, so this Terrakion actually will work just fine. Oh, annoying. Okay. Gen a shiny Zacian? I don't need the Gen one. I have actually the legal one. Pie Attack? What is Pie Attack? Alright. Alright, we're gonna do a little bit of a role reversal here. See my Terrakion? It has Beat Up. So we're gonna use my... Oh, well, I guess you can't quite see it. It's like kind of invisible. Invisible Terrakion. Oh, for visual flare? Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to have all these Pokemon. And then I'm also going to change this Aegislash so that it has any attack that can cause it to switch modes. And we're going to just Shadow Sneak. So what I'm going to do... So we've already seen that with Future Sight... With Future Sight, if I switch out, even though it visually has switched and from the summary screen to be a Shield form Aegislash, it's still using Blade form Aegislash's special attack when using Future Sight or Doom Desire. So I want to see how this behaves with Beat Up. And if I want to see how it behaves with Beat Up, I ought to switch into the Pokemon that has Beat Up. So I'm going to use Shadow Sneak here. So I'm going to load up as well. Mewtwo, then I'm going to load my Terrakion. Now I'm going to have to manually calc some of this stuff because Beat Up is not supported in the damage calculator by default. So the base power of some of these will change a little bit. And in fact, I'm hoping that I actually can tell the difference between some of these. So, just to make sure, my Terrakion has 357 attack. My Mewtwo has 216 defense. Okay. And now let me pull up the Beat Up base damage formula. Or base power formula, I should say. So Beat Up is base attack divided by 10 plus 5. So Terrakion, it does not say Mon's name attack, doesn't it? It doesn't do that. It does that in like Gen 3 and 4. In 2, I think. But not in anything modern. No. I mean, that would be too nice if it did that. You just have to kind of calc and know what it's supposed to be. So I can just pull up like Darkness Lariat. So Mewtwo has 110 attack. So that would be 110. 110 divided by 10, which is 11, plus 5, which is 16. So Mewtwo's Beat Up is 16 base power. Terrakion has... Help if I brought actually up Terrakion. Okay. Terrakion has 129 attack. So it has 129 divided by 10 is 12.9, which rounds down to 12, plus 5 is 17 base power. And then the final one is Beat Up, and then we got Aegislash. So Aegislash could have 140 or what's the stats? 140 or 50. 140 or 50. So it could be 14 plus 5 or 19. Or 50, which would be 50 divided by 10, 5 plus 5 is 10. So gotta get all those numbers worked out in my head. So all that to say, it should, if I recall correctly, it should damage in order of Terrakion, then Mewtwo, then Aegislash. So we'll see. So I have to pay very close attention to this. So 353, 285, crit, 241, 215. Okay. No, it's based on every Pokemon's, like, you use your base attack for your attack stat, but the base power will vary based on the Pokemon that it's quote calling base attack. So it's a conflated thing. I can link to you can see in here, for example. I talk a little bit about it. If I can pull this up so I can share that with chat. So there you go. Beat Up's damage formula is in here if you wish to review it. So let's actually do the damage calculations here then. So the first hit was 353 minus 285, but it was a crit. 68. So that should have been Terrakion's. Should have been Terrakion's attack, so that would have been 17 base power. Yep, that lines up with that. And then the second hit was from 285 to 241. So that's 44 damage. So that would be based on Mewtwo's hit. So that'd be 16 base power. And 44 is a damage roll in there. And then the third attack was 241 down to 215. 241 down to 215. Just 26. 26. 26 is only possible with shield form, Aegislash. Has that page been archived yet? I sure hope so. Yeah, so this was actually using shield form. So this is unlike how Future Sight works. So Beat Up is looking at whatever the attack of the Pokemon in the back is. So it's instead of looking at what was most recent, it was looking at whatever actually happens to be the case. Which means we should be able to do Fainted Form regression with this. And let me show you what I mean by that. So actually we'll need to restart. So I think I can pull this off with Wishy-Washy, actually. Let me see what Wishy-Washy's special attack is. What's Wishy-Washy? Wishy-Washy School has 140 attack, and Solo has 20 attack. So this will also be a pretty apparent difference. Oh wait, no, Beat Up doesn't look at fainted Pokemon. Yeah. Yeah, Beat Up doesn't look at fainted Pokemon. So that doesn't matter. Yeah, because Beat Up won't use an attack if a Pokemon is fainted. I wonder if it uses an attack if Pokemon is cheeky fainted. Huh. That's a good question, actually. Probably doesn't. I don't know, I can't really test that, because you can't really set up cheeky feint in single player very easily. So yeah. Actually, I think that's all that I wanted to test. So I'm looking through my list of things I had on my to-test list, and this seems to be all. So yeah, I think that's all I've got. Is anyone... I usually ask this just to throw it out there. Does anyone have any mechanics they're interested in, that they have questions on, that perhaps I can answer? Maybe I can offer a little bit of insight. Oh, this was hacked, right? Yeah, it's just hacked, so I can just release it. So if anybody has any questions, please feel free to ask away. I'll wait a little bit for some questions to come through. But I think I'm done with all stuff I wanted to test. At least in the immediate future. Are there any mechanics that are inaccurate in NCP's damage count? What is NCP? Oh, that's a good point, Snorlax Monster. I could try that. I don't know what Nimbasa City Post runs on. If it runs on the Shadowlands damage calculator, then it will have stuff, yes. If it's based on Shadowlands damage calculator, I have like 7 different issues open with, or like known damage calculator. Yeah. If it's built off Trainer Tower. Trainer Towers is already pretty divergent from Showdown. And Showdowns is more accurate than Trainer Towers nowadays. But it doesn't have as robust VGC support. Pigalix is also based off Trainer Towers, so it has the same issue. But that's a good idea, Snorlax Monster. I could try that. I will try that, actually. Did I already delete that Pokemon? I did. I'm just going to reset. But yeah, Nerd of Now, you're going to have all your chaining done wrong. All your chaining is going to be mistaken. Because chaining damage formula stuff is dependent on speed. And it also goes like in particular orders. Like you'll go like all the abilities will chain before all the items. But as it is, it's just out. What is the weirdest interaction I've seen? I've seen a lot of stuff in my day, I'll tell you. Oh, I already saved. Shoot. unlucky. I wanna do that same test, so I'll just grab this again. Oh, not online. Shoot. Yeah, I don't know what the weirdest interaction I've seen has been. So I've seen a lot of stuff. Probably, oh, I think it disconnected now. Okay. Yep. Probably the weirdest stuff. I thought, probably one of the weirdest things I've seen lately is when you, overlap Dynamaxed Pokemon. I think that's kind of weird looking. I might show that off. Especially since Snorlax Monster is here. I don't think I've ever had Snorlax Monster join a stream. Or at least not in a hot minute. But also I haven't streamed in a hot minute, so that probably is a contributing factor. I might show that off. I normally don't stream at an Australia-friendly time, to be fair. So let's go ahead. Yeah. I should actually just be able to kill this thing straight up. Yeah, look, I just happen to be in the mood tonight to do some late night streaming. It's nice too. Sometimes I got Zagyo on once, and he was able to help me work through Cheeky Feint. All right. That beat up felt like, I feel like that beat up actually was surprisingly weak. I don't know, did anyone else think that? That seemed, I didn't pay attention to the damage. Actually, you know what? I'm actually gonna record that and take a look at it again, but. And then I'll go ahead and. Because that almost seemed like it was doing shield form damage. I feel like I should have done more. Because Terrakian's attack should have done. Like H-Sash's attack should have done more than Terrakian's there, right? Okay. 353 to 305. 305, 261. 305, 261, 235. 305, 261, 235. Okay. So now that's with my guy being alive now. So I'm only caring about the last hit, actually, which is 261 minus 235. 261 minus 235 is going to be 26. 26. 26 is, again, that's shield form damage. So that makes sense. So it's shield. So far, it's been shield form damage both ways. But I'm actually really curious now because, actually, I can just, since I already revived it, I can just switch it back in. So I don't even have to check my recording that I just made. Because it didn't, like, kill. That's the weird thing. Let me pull up. I need to pull this up, though. This is going to be Aegislash. Level 50. I don't remember if I have any defense investment on this thing or not. Let me check. I can't check. Okay. 188. It does have defense investment. So that is 220 defense. So in blade form, it should have 98 attack. Actually, I can just test that. Actually, I'll just switch to blade form real fast. No reason to. I can just switch. Alright. Let's try... Let's check this. Yep, 98 defense. Okay, that's what I expect. Oh, I might have been at reduce attack. No, I'm at +0 right now. Okay. I'm gonna use beat up. No. Let's see. 165 down to 63. Down to 63, and then 63 to 9. 63 down to 9. And then 54. The only possible damage roll I can do 54 is with the shield form damage calc actually there. So that's interesting. So for the purposes of beat up, this Aegislash, despite having switched to blade form, is always acting as shield form. So it looks like it just looks at the Pokemon like when they were. It's not looking at what their attack currently is. It's looking at whatever the base version of the Pokemon is, I guess. That's real interesting. So it's not like, yeah, it's not even like a Future Sight where at least when you're active on the field it updates that. So it doesn't even do that. So it's using shield form damage there. That's interesting. Okay. It's a good thing I checked that again. That was a good suggestion from X Monster because that let us see this. Okay. Well, that's good to know. Does that mean that Swords Dance doesn't help on a helper? No, it definitely wouldn't because it doesn't matter. Yeah, it wouldn't matter if you're at -6 or +6 because it's looking at the Pokemon's base attack. Like Garchomp's 130. It's looking at that number. Or Landorus T's 145 when it determines beat up damage. Yes, it would. It should ignore Power Trick. Because I don't see how it wouldn't. Like if a form change wouldn't do it, then there's no way Power Trick would. But we can go ahead and try that out. Shaman to Skyman does behave a little bit differently than some of the other form stuff. Like if you freeze a Shaman Sky, it will faint as regular Shaman. It won't like revert back to Skyform Shaman, but if you just normally KO a Skyform Shaman, it will stay fainted as a Skyform Shaman. I don't think it would matter too much though, because that should be I'm assuming it's probably determined at the point when you actually enter the battle. If I had to guess. But I guess we can chest Power Trick. Let me just go ahead and grab a Shuckle. Because that'd be the easiest way of testing. No, yeah, it'd be the same thing with Giratina. Because these aren't even... Like, those aren't mid-battle form changes, so... I don't anticipate that to have any impact at all. Okay. I'm pretty sure I've got a Shuckle with Power Trick somewhere around here. Really, I've got a Shuckle. Power Trick. Box 6. That's actually going to be kind of hard to test because... Well, no, it should be okay. I just need to... I need to make it like level 100 or something. I'll give it Citrus Berry. Actually, I won't give it any item. There's going to be Terrakion into this Shuckle. Okay, what's Shuckle's defense? 446. It's not that high. Is that min attack? Or min defense? No, not min, but... Okay, it's like bold 31. IVs. Okay, so there you got that. Alright. And, oh, what's its attack stat? Not like that matters too much, but that'll be its defense stat later, so. Okay. Good work, Terrakion. Okay, Paradric. Okay. So we'll see if we're basically just checking to see if its second hit is high or low. Alright, so we have 181 down to 103, 103 down to 62. But that was a crit. 103 to 62, and then death. Okay. 103 to 62, but that was a crit. So if it was using Shuckle's normal base attack, that would be 10. So it'd be 10 divided by 10 equals 1 plus 5, which is 6 base power. So if it was 6 base power... 6 base power... 6 base power, and we had that dealt 103 minus 62, 41 damage. Yep, that's possible range for 10. If it's using 10 attack there, it would not be possible for the 23 plus 5 or 28. Yeah, it's way out of range. 28 would have O-code me. So yeah, it's definitely not that. So yep, good question there, Snorlax Monster, but that means that Beat Up does ignore Power Trick for the purposes of determining its base power. So, which makes perfect sense to me. That is completely consistent. I'd be kind of curious how this works with Megas, but can't do that in this game. Because Megas are a little bit different. But I mean, they're still form changes. They work pretty much like all the other form changes, so. Yeah, I think that's also really weird too, Snorlax Monster. I don't know why exactly it's doing that. Let me cheat a little bit. Because I can do this. Let's see, Beat Up. What's it look like? What's it look at? For base power. Ah, I see. That's what it's doing. Oh, yeah, you guys want to see a Mega Evolution? I can give you a Mega Evolution. 1 second. Let's go ahead and give you guys a Mega Evolution real fast. That's pretty easy. Am I connected to the internet? Yes, I am. Let's see here. All right, you guys want to see Mega Mewtwo Y? Let's go ahead and make Mega Mewtwo Y real fast. So... Oh, I can't do that. What? I can't do it. Okay, I thought I could do it. Unlucky. Unfortunate. All right. Well, fine. You know, I can't do that. So let's just do something a little bit more fun instead. Just to round things off. Let's see here. Oh yeah, well yeah, we can't do that. Yeah. Let's see here. Snorlax monster, pick your Pokemon you'd like to see Dynamaxed. Any Pokemon at all. Something you enjoy. Snorlax? Oh, Snorlax is boring. Come on. Think of something more exciting than that. I trust you. You can think of something more exciting than that. If you can't think of one, then I will do Random Pokemon Showdown. All right. Somebody give me an interesting Pokemon in chat. Whoever gives me the most interesting Pokemon first, I will do that. Joltik? There we go. Joltik is actually unironically a good pick for this. I'll show you guys something fun with Joltik. Let's go ahead and set this to be, I don't know, something normal looking. Let's get rid of this. There we go. Oh, I did not mean to close out of that. Box 27. Did I already grab this? Okay. Yeah, visual flare. Yeah, this actually has a little bit more visual flare to it than you might expect. What I'm about to do. By the way, this will be my closing out of the stream, just to do this. This will be a fun way to end it out. So, do you guys like Dynamax? Do you guys like Dynamax? I hope you do. Because I got something. You said you're a VGC player? Yeah. I feel about the same way in actual competitive play. I don't think it's, like, overwhelming or anything, but definitely is, it is a mechanic that exists in the game. Alright. Alright, guys. Alright, I need your reactions in 3, 2, 1. Alright, so we got Corsola and Graplock. These look pretty normal to me. But I got some cooler Pokemon than my opponent. Yep. Yeah, these are a little bit cooler, I think. What do you guys think about this one? Yeah, I'm gonna do one attack with this. I'm not doing anything especially fancy here. Just to see a couple of it. Oh, I forgot to turn on animations. Aww. I forgot to turn on animations. Shoot. Oh, whatever. I'll just let it go a little bit. Yeah. It's also interesting. The way they have their Dynamax models programmed for some of this stuff is kind of weird. And you see here, Joltik, like, just relatively speaking, is way bigger than Zacian's model. I remember I was playing around with this, and, like, Zygarde Complete is about as tall as Joltik while Dynamaxed. Yeah, they clip under each other. They weren't quite exactly designed to do this. I did this with Stunfisk as well. It was kind of cool. Anyway, yeah. There you go. Oh, look. Huh. Zacian has its doubled HP here. That's interesting. It's got 650 out of 650 here, but... And Joltik's got its 482 here. Whatever. I only halfway understand that mechanic anyway. Okay. That's about all I've got. Hope you guys enjoyed. Take care.